Hello, hello. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are watching me from. This is your friend and brother, Dr. Haruna Goro. It's been a while. We've just been observing what is going on with the Tinubu certificate forgery issue or matter. I can't understand how people in their right mind will be coming on television to be defending obvious broad daylight forgery. How can people be defending falsehood, lies, deception of a person called Tinubu when obviously everything about Tinubu is a lie? But when people are corrupt and they're looking for a way to survive, they pay homage to deception and lies. But today, as you may have seen on what the broadcast is about, is a secret plan to bribe the Supreme Court judges ahead of the judgment or the hearing. It's been exposed. But then I want to say thank you for joining me wherever you're joining me. Let me know where you're joining me from. Go ahead and share the link with as many people and invite them to join us. Let me know who you are and where you're watching me from. But please share the link. Share the link. Let's invite other people to come and join us in this broadcast. Chris, thank you. Maxwell, thank you. Timmy, Difa, Debate, thank you for joining. Let me know where you're watching from. Okay. You are real, my brother. God bless. Thank you, Fidelis. Thank you, Timmy. Thank you for joining. You're joining from the UK. Thank you very much. We're trusting God that our system will begin to work in Nigeria. I see Dami watching from Niger State, Uko from Jalingo, Yola, Jeku Agu from Abuja, the seat of power. We are grabbing that seat from Tinubu very soon and removing wicked Wike, who is there messing up. I see Hannes all the way from USA, Emmanuel Achubu from Abuja. Thank you for joining. Please go ahead and share the link with as many people as you can. Whatever sinister, evil, secret plan that these wicked people are doing, it gets exposed. Some of us spoke out. We kept, alerting people during the when they were about to bring for the judgment of the appeal court, that is the tribunal. We said they've already bribed the judges. Some people were saying, no, let's wait and see, let's wait and see. You see, this idea of wait and see, that's where people get, it's like you're taking unawares. It's important that we become very smart and read the handwriting that is on the wall. Do you think Tinubu will just be sitting down, be waiting for the Supreme Court? Why will all these people that are around him be telling us, just wait, stop preempting things? Why are you people coming? Why is Peter Obi coming and doing a press conference, addressing the whole world and telling Tinubu that he needs to own up and come clean with whatever his records are, and that they should wait for the Supreme Court? And they keep calling for people to wait for the Supreme Court. But are they waiting? They are not waiting. They are coming to the different television stations, going to different newspapers and granting them interviews. And most of the interviews are paid interviews. They give a lot of money to these media houses so that they can keep pushing this agenda, pushing this whole idea that, no, Tinubu actually went to Chicago State University. And that's not what we are talking about. What Atiku went to court for is concerning the issue of forgery, because Tinubu submitted a certificate that did not come from this university. The university said they're not the ones that gave him that. It's been said that Tinubu did not even collect his certificate. So he just went and printed his own, a fake one, and submitted. And even if that, what people had a question about that, how about the alleged thing concerning his going to school in Ibadan? Then small time we hear, no, it was Lagos. And even the Lagos, he went and graduated when the school had not even started. So, and some people are so, I wouldn't say naive or daft, I would say heartless, that they will go on television to be defending Tinubu. And right now, as I'm talking to you, they have finished the plans on how the judgment will be in the Supreme Court. Because, you know, it's a panel of 7 judges. And so currently, I think maybe by now it's already changed, but there are already 3 that are standing for Tinubu. The judge that will be leading the 7-man panel that will be judging this case, panel of judges, is actually somebody who has been pro-APC and has been a supporter of Tinubu. So you can imagine the Attorney General of the nation, who also happens to be the Minister of Justice, is Tinubu's man. He was the lead counsel lawyer during the hearing of the case in the tribunal court. And so, I mean, everything is so obvious. And I can't understand why some people are still waiting. Are you waiting for a prophet to prophesy to you, to let you know that Tinubu already has finished his plans? That is why people like us have been saying Nigerians need to have a plan B, because Tinubu is not in there for your own interest. He's not there for our interest. He's there for his own personal interest. And that's why what he's doing now, he's surrounding himself with people that will make sure they help him to hold on to and maintain his grip over the ruling of this nation, the tyrannic rule over this nation, where he doesn't have our interest at heart. Can you see already, when did he come in? And he's already borrowing a lot of money in billions. Who is going to pay for it? All the ones that Buhari borrowed. Who have they been able to pay? Buhari just had a few weeks to go and they borrowed money from IMF. And now Tinubu has started again. And you know, part of the money that Tinubu is borrowing is to bribe people and silence the people. Many of these lawmakers, so-called lawmakers that Tinubu has put in his own pocket, like somebody like Akpabio, is Tinubu's puppet. The CJN is Tinubu's puppet. What have you been hearing from the Senate? What have you been hearing from the House of Rep? They are all the 3 arms of government, as I've been saying, they are now together as one. And so the plan is already finished. Excuse me, please. It's already done. They have a plan already. They have finished that in the 7-man panel, if care is not taken, we may almost have 7 of them speaking the same way that it happened during the tribunal court. I said it that it may be 5 men all together speaking the same thing. And we shouldn't be surprised if the 7 judges come with the same, because even during the tribunal hearing and the case going on, some of the judges were actually planning, or they were resisting every attempt or to bribe them so that they can twist justice. But eventually they had to succumb, because as Tinubu's philosophy is, he believes that money can buy anything. Money can buy loyalty. And that if somebody says no, don't relent. He's like Lucifer, he's like Satan. You know, Satan does not give up so easily. If he's after you, he will persist. Persistence is what is known with the devil. And that is how Tinubu is. Tinubu actually has it as his philosophy that with money, you can get anything. So that's what he's been doing. He actually tried to do it in America. That's why he didn't want them to release all these, hidden things about him. But it's out. And now the FBI are set to release many more. I've been telling Nigerians that what is about to come is going to be almost like what we say, the last straw that will break the camel's back. So, but then Tinubu still believes that his money can still make things work in his own favor. And we have been calling, I have personally been calling that I don't think is the matter should be a thing of Supreme Court. Why should 7 people that call themselves judges be the one that should decide the fate of Nigeria, decide what should happen? But they say, well, that the judiciary or the judges or the justice system is the last hope of the common man. But we said it before the tribunal court judgment came. But what happened? You saw how they were making a ridicule of Peter Obi and Atiku. It was like they just came there to defend Tinubu and defend APC. And they are already planning again to do the same in the Supreme Court. You think Tinubu is sleeping. You think he's quiet and me. That's why he's even telling them to throw the case of Atiku. He's saying Atiku also forged his own certificate. It's like you stole something and you are eating, and you are caught eating this thing red-handed, and a case is against you, the one that brought the case against you, and you're saying, no, throw his case away because he also stole yesterday and ate. The fact that he's not eating now, go and check. Take him and do an x-ray. You will find out he also ate yesterday and he ate stolen food. Is that what we're talking about? We're talking about the obvious one. You are the so-called commander-in-chief. And so because he's commander-in-chief and is anybody that there's a case of forgery that is established against him, he cannot be president. That's all we are saying. It's not whether he attended the university, but the issue that there was false declaration, there was forgery, and that's what we're talking about. And some people have the infantry, if I may say, to come and be defending Tinubu. So I have been calling on Nigerians. What do you want to do? Okay, those of you that are saying, let's wait. So tell me now, maybe write it in the comment section. What will you do if the judges come out and say, Tinubu's presidency will be upheld? Let them say that this case of forgery is just a speculation. It cannot be established. And they said it lacks merit, like they did with the tribunal judgment. What will you do? Is it then you will start thinking or planning what you should do, what your response should do or should be? Nigerians have been saying, these people don't mean well, especially Tinubu, Emi Lokon. Desperately, he wanted this by hook and by crook. That's why Buhari couldn't do anything to stop him. Buhari wanted the former Senate president to be the one. That was his candidate. But Tinubu threatened him and told him, know what, the money I spent on you, I made you president. And I made you a president with a plan. He even said it on TV that Buhari was crying on TV. And so what are we talking about? And so he said it was Yoruba Lokon. And then not just Yoruba Lokon, which is Yoruba's turn, but he said Emi Lokon. Emi Lokon. That means it is my turn, Tinubu. So Nigeria that's why he's pocketing Nigeria now in his pocket. And he's just dashing appointment to whosoever he wants. And what is he doing? To silence them. And all those people he's appointing, which money is he going to use to pay them? And now he's going after the treasury of Nigeria that is already been destroyed. He's carrying money and just distributing to people. Because what he knows is bribery, corruption. How can you allow somebody that is a kingpin, is somebody that is a rogue, somebody that is a non-criminal, somebody that is a non-tout, a person that is known for corruption, whether he knows everything about him is I buy my way, I buy my way. I use money to silence you. I use money to get your first loyalty. That's what he is doing now. And see his appointment. And some people are surprised. Why is he just appointing just his own kinsmen, his own Yorubas, his own, almost this you hear, this. And I'm not against Yorubas. There are many well-meaning Yorubas. Ayo Adebanjo, people like Dele Farotomi, people like Dele Mahmoud, and many others that are speaking out. Somebody like Dele Dele Mahmood is even a close friend to Tinubu, but he said he's not going to allow their friendship to make him not speak the truth. But so many people have buried their heads in the sand because of the love of money. As I've been saying, even as the Bible says, that the love of money is the root of all evils. Those of you that have allowed money to sear your conscience, posterity will judge you. And I address you, the seven-man panel of judges, in the Supreme Court, in this upcoming case. If you use technicalities again, which we already know that the plan we have had, when we come and speak here, some people say it's just rumor. Can you prove it? Can you prove it? Then you wait, so like a dumb person, and until the thing happens, then you say, oh, Dr. Haruna and many others were saying this. We thought it was just a rumor. Many times, rumors have certain aspects of them. There are many things in a rumor. They say behind any smoke, there's somewhere fire. And so, but this it's not an allegation. It's what we know. It's already, we have inside information. Tinubu has finished his plans already, how the case will go. That is why Nigerians, if you are waiting for only Supreme Court, you see, what these people are going to do in 4 years, it will be 10 times worse than the one of Buhari. Buhari just had a Fulani agenda. That's his main thing. He was not looking for money. He was not looking for power. He just wanted to use Nigeria, use the position that he had to make sure he positions his people, the Fulanis. But somebody like Tinubu is not just the Yorubas, but even the Yorubas, when he has them around him, it's not for their own interest. He's not thinking, Tinubu doesn't think anyone, he thinks himself. But he's somebody who is very generous when it has to do with buying you. He can spend any money, any amount to make sure he buys you. Because he says, when somebody says no, don't accept his no. Give him money. And if he says no, give him more money. And he continues to say no, pump more money, surround him with money. And he says, after some time, the person sees a lot of money, he will change his mind. That is how they pressured Mahmoud Yakubu with money until they got him. People like Justice Samani, that was even telling people to pray for him because he's having a lot of pressure and he doesn't want to succumb. You heard how he talked and how he was reading the judgment. You can see Justice Samani didn't write it. That it was written for him, and he was reading and couldn't read what a so-called judgment that he wrote. And the lady among them, you saw how she came and she was making it like a personal fight. That's what money can do. Money will buy people's evil loyalty, will make people that you may think are upright people, and they suddenly just throw away their uprightness and do whatever the money, the money they have eaten will become what will be speaking through their own mouth. And that's what they are planning to do with the Supreme Court. That is why Nigerians, you are the only ones that can take your nation back. You are the only ones who know what is right. Justice now remains with the people. The three arms of government, as I have been saying over and over, have failed us. And they are showing it more and more every day. And the masses are suffering. People are dying. Insecurity is increasing. Poverty is increasing. Everything is going down the drain. But these people, all they are doing is positioning themselves, making sure nobody uproots them. No matter which case comes up against them, he is paying all these people so that they can come on TV and terrorize people and tell them, no, Tinubu has nothing, there's nothing wrong with Tinubu. He's the best leader. He should be. And people like Akpabio are there. People like Wicked are there. And they are all singing his praise, And sometimes I just wonder how people can be so evil and wicked that they don't care if others die and suffer forever as long as they are holding on to power. But I'm telling you, as I've always said, it shall not be forever. Many days for the thief, one day for the owner. There is God Almighty, the Creator. He can never be taken unawares. You and I may be taken unawares, but God can never be taken unawares. So I make a call. Nigerians, let's be alert, because the case currently with the Supreme Court, they've already, like we said before, that the judgment has already been written. Some people say you're just spreading false rumor. It's a lie. That with the Supreme Court, there is already a secret plan. But Nigerians, let's stand up and say no to that secret plan. Let's begin to expose it. Let's begin to speak out and say there must be justice. And if there is no justice, we are going to bring our own justice. We know what we did. We knew, Nigerians knew who they voted for, and they knew the truth. Even those that are defending Tinubu know the truth. But because they have been paid, or some of them because of tribal sentiment or religious sentiment, they are coming to defend what cannot be defended. It is so obvious. These people know that they have no hiding place, and the truth has come out. Nigerians have seen. That's why they're doing everything to repair the damage, to undo what has been done, but they cannot hide. I'm telling you, the time is now. Nigerians, I call upon you again. Let's stand up and take our nation from these wicked people. Don't wait until the Supreme Court case. This is the time to strategically start planning. Let's talk to each other. Let's talk. Let's call on each other. Use whatever means. Let's visit each other. Let's begin to chat. What are we going to do should the Supreme Court case come in favor of Tinubu? What should we do? What do you think we should do? I want to hear from you. And please help me share this broadcast with as many people as you can, so that we also hear what their own opinion is. They need to know what is going on with this sinister, evil plan to buy off the judges, because there is money they are using. And for some of them, blackmail, EFCC, they want to come after some of the judges that are saying no to the plan. I think about 3 judges are saying no, and they're trying to force them, and they want to use EFCC, DSS to come up against them, especially with the EFCC. They want to use the case of corruption and misappropriation or whatever, but it's all cooked up lies. But use that to intimidate them and threaten them, to expose them, and by so doing, they'll buy them over. And then they will come again and just say Tinubu's, throw the case out and say Tinubu's presidency is upheld. And I don't want you to wait for that moment. And then you'll be thinking, what do we do? What do we do? And then some people start saying, let's japa, let's japa. Listen, you japa to other nations. They had to make sure they did what was right to create an environment where others can travel and go and have a good life. So you need to do the same in your own nation, Nigeria, to ensure, even if it's not for you, do it for your children's children, so that they can have a nation to be proud of, a nation to call their own home. So please, I want to say, help me to spread the news everywhere and share the link of this broadcast with as many people as you can. Even if you're watching me after I'm done with the broadcast, please help me share it with as many people as you can. I want to say thank you. Nigeria will stand. These wicked, evil tyrants, they are the ones that will be flushed out. Their end has come. They can keep conniving and planning their mischief, but their mischief will come to an end. I'm telling you, more trouble is coming to Tinubu, and he's been called, people have been calling upon him to resign honorably. But you know, Tinubu is the type that when he wants his way, he believes money will keep him there. But this time around, his money will fail him, because Nigerians are going to stand to take their nation back. And I know you watching me, you're going to be part of that team that will take this nation back. Whether you are in Nigeria, whether you are in other parts of Africa or any other part of the world, it's a matter of fighting for the land of your birth. Because where you are enjoying, if you're in diaspora, Imagine if the system there are not working, you will not be able to stay there. So to make sure you have a place you can call home and return to at any time and be safe and know that you don't have to be afraid of your life, your safety, or your upkeep. Make sure you stand together with us. Let's fight to reclaim our nation from this wicked, evil, heartless so-called politicians who are not leaders, but they are rogues who are just using politics as a way to survive and squash other people and drain the life out of them. But the time to flush them out has come. The time to ensure that Tinubu vacates that seat with immediate effect. If he will not resign, we should chase him out. We can do it. And I want to speak to you, the army, and to the police. Don't allow yourself be used by these few people. And then they are using you to terrorize your fellow citizens. Long after Tinubu is gone, you will face the Nigerians. So think about posterity. Think about tomorrow and do what is right. You have a heart. So make sure you allow your conscience and the fear of God to direct what you do. Whether you are in the army or in the police or whosoever you are, make sure you think about suffering innocent Nigerians so that we can free our nation or can release our people from the grip and the hold of these heartless people. I believe we can do it, not later, but now. Thank you very much for watching this broadcast today. I look forward to seeing you in my next broadcast. And if you have not subscribed to my channel on YouTube and you're not following me on Facebook, please go ahead and do that right now. For those of you that have already done it, I want to say thank you very, very much. And also like this broadcast. When you do that, it will be recommended to many more people. I really want to say a very big thank you for joining me in this broadcast.
Welcome, everybody. Hello. Good evening to you. Today's Tuesday. Today's Monday. Oh my God. Monday is here. Well, it's gone now. So how's everybody doing? Kenny, I see you. Welcome. Highly favored. Well, maybe because highly favored people don't overtake her, but it's okay. She's fine. She's cool with it. Kenny Romani, my darling, Romani show early today. How you doing? How's everything? How's everybody doing? Mr. Chike, welcome. Good to see everyone. So I have a couple of videos lined up. I'm going to quickly run through those videos and I'll share my link and we'll talk about this. You guys heard it from Dr. Aruna. We can't be sleeping because as my topic suggests, I shall say, I hope say most of us read the topic. There's a quiet ejection. I mean ejection they call am, or ejectment, whatever. I no go school na night I go school, so more na excuse the English. I even dey try sef. So anyway, they are slowly taking over your lands, kicking you out so that they can have resources to themselves. And we are here playing 10-10. Meanwhile, we are here waiting for Supreme Court that's not going to do anything. The Supreme Court has no plans of doing anything for you. Let me just put that out there. Whatever, because he's already put them, he's already in their, they're already there inside in pocket. They're all, you have, what do you call them? Your Supreme Court justices or whatever they are called. Their pockets have been lined, okay, perfectly. The same thing that happened with the tribunal, it will happen at a higher scale. So the decision is in our hands. Are we going to fold our hands and watch while they eject us from our ancestral home due to a few selfish people that we can gather together and whip their behinds? I mean, I don't know. The question is up to you and I to me and I protest. I dey protest for years. I dey here, so it's not convenient for me to come out tonight, but I say no. I have to come out because this is my own form of protest. You understand? So let's continue. Having said that, mm, mm, let's see. Okay, there we go.
The legal fireworks have already begun at the Supreme Court after Tinubu countered Atiku's arguments that he has discrepancies in his credentials, meaning that he forged the certificates like Tinubu did, or that they don't belong to him because of the difference in names. Although Atiku responded that he has a sworn affidavit that proves the certificates are his, he still went ahead to release a press statement to properly address the issues that Tinubu raised so as to protect his reputation. And reading through the statement, they went straight to the issues, so no need to summarize them. Let's just read it verbatim. These are the words of Atiku Abubakar. Quote, press release, Bola Tinubu and Atiku Abubakar. The world has come to the inevitable conclusion that Bola A. Tinubu is a confirmed forger in chief on account of his serial forgeries and lies in the last 50 years. Bola A. Tinubu forged and lied about every aspect of his life, his heritage, his name and date of birth, his education and certificates, and his work experience. The discovery of Tinubu's records at the Chicago State University and the court-ordered deposition in the United States is only the tip of the iceberg that has been the litany of his forgeries and lies. The attempt by Bola A. Tinubu to drag Atiku Abubakar into drowning arena of forgery must be seen for what it is, an attempt to minimize the allegations of forgeries that he has to contend with. Contrary to Bola A. Tinubu's forgery shopping allegations against Atiku, it is on record that the change of name of the former vice president reverting to Atiku Abubakar from Siddiq Abubakar is well documented in an affidavit dated 18th of August 1973, spanning over a period of 50 years, which incidentally is as old as the commencement of Tinubu's life of forgeries and lies in the public domain. Now, let's put Bola A. Tinubu's life of forgeries and lies in proper perspective. In 1999, Tinubu lied under oath in his Form CF001, which is submitted to the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), that he attended St. Paul's Primary School, Aroloya, Lagos, Government College, Ibadan, Chicago University, and Chicago State University. It has been established that he only attended CSU and that he secured admission into the university by impersonation. Through the discoveries of his records in the Chicago State University, we now know that Bola A. Tinubu forged a secondary school certificate from Government College, Lagos, a GCE certificate from Cambridge University, and a transcript from Richard Daley College, which belongs to a female owner. We also know, thanks to the discoveries, that the CSU, few days before graduation in 1979, notified him of outstanding or carryover, as it is known in Nigeria, pre-qualifying examination in English, mathematics, and comprehension, which never appeared on his transcript to have been retaken. After his odyssey in falsifying educational qualifications, Bola A. Tinubu claimed in his 1999 affidavit to contest for the position of governor of Lagos State that he had a working experience with Arthur Andersen Accounting, Deloitte, and Mobile Nigeria. It ends up that both claims on Arthur Andersen and Deloitte, both in the United States, are false because his footprints are nowhere to be found in those corporations. Like CSU, Deloitte denied ever knowing or having any Bola A. Tinubu in their employment, and he has since stopped adding that to his official or public records since his exposure. Curiously, handlers of this same Bola A. Tinubu have smuggled Adekunle, a middle name that magically popped up in his so-called National Youth Service Corps certificate, into his Wikipedia on the 6th of October 2023. This may yet be another indication of a master forger at work. Yet, this same Bola A. Tinubu and his handlers want to confuse the public by making insinuations about what Atiku Abubakar is not. For the purpose of clarification, all the names that Atiku Abubakar bears are names that are traceable to his family tree. He adopted Atiku Abubakar as his official name while in the employ of Nigerian Customs Service. Atiku's life is an open book and not a mystery or closed book that continues to define the life of Bola A. Tinubu. Conversely, Bola A. Tinubu is a name that has no history nor social acquaintance until the late 1970s. We therefore urge Bola A. Tinubu and his handlers to desist from making any further attempt at comparing the campaign forger known as Bola A. Tinubu with an impeccable name that Atiku Abubakar has built over the years. Signed, Paul Ibe, media advisor to Atiku Abubakar. End of quote.
Kenny, thank you. I was busy yapping away. So let me read it over again. So there was an article I saw on Twitter, right? Somebody shared it and they said Agbado never enrolled as CSU students, according to the FBI. Based on their last investigation, remember from the last time, the FBI wrote to EFCC to clarify that Agbado was never enrolled as a student at the Chicago State University. The FBI investigated the school and the CSU's registrar, and its official confirmed that Agbado was never enrolled as a student. This means that some syndicate, some group of people, some gang in the CSU must have created a fake student file for Agbado. This is bad. Okay? That's on the one hand. But let's go ahead. Let me play another video for you. I don't want to. Do you guys want to listen to Daniel Boala's interview? Because the guy they blow hot anyhow up and down the place. If you guys want to listen to it, let me know. Let me get a yes in the comment. But in the meantime, let me share this other video.
What is the worth of the Nigerian passport? You know, sometimes countries are ranked based on how strong their passports are, and that's to say, how many countries can they enter without needing a visa? And you know, over time, recently, I think there was a report where say Nigerian passport has lost more value. So it was just seeing this thing here where South Africa and Ghana have a bilateral agreement between them. They have this visa waiver agreement between Ghana and South Africa for ordinary passport holders. Then you go, of course, in the case of Ghana, we don't, because we are all ECOWAS countries, you can enter without visa. They are for that. But South Africa, if you see how difficult it is getting that visa and all sorts of things. I know I've not been in South Africa in a few years, but some people have talked about, you know, like somebody, I saw somebody comment and said they were asking him for all sorts of things, and then a Ghanaian can just walk in without being asked. And we are supposed to be the giant of Africa. It's every day the rate at which we are just plummeting into down, down, down. It's just so sad. Let me read this something out to you. It says Accra, 13th October 2023. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration wishes to inform the general public that the Republic of Ghana and the Republic of South Africa have entered into an agreement on a visa waiver regime for holders of ordinary passports. So that means if you're a South African, you can enter Ghana without a visa. If you are a Ghanaian, you can enter South Africa without a visa. Travelers may transit through, depart from, and stay in the territory of both countries for a cumulative period of up to 90 days without recourse to work. Wow, 90 days, not even 3 weeks or 30 days. So you can say 3 months, like a Ghanaian can go to South Africa and stay 3 months, 90 days, but they are not they won't work. So that's without recourse. You don't have to work. So a South African can also come to Ghana and stay in Ghana for 90 days, but they are not allowed to work. The traveling public is hereby advised to take note of this development. So they sent it to all media houses. And you're wondering, where is Nigeria? Let me ask you once again, what is the value of the Nigerian passport? And there was something that Peter Obi did when we went to Chatham House, where he said, "These passports." I'm gonna attach that to here. The way he hit it and said, "This passport, it must have value."
Have a country to go back to. This green passport, people must be proud to use it.
We need to fix our leadership problem. We must. And for me, this 2023 election, kudos to Nigerian people. Amazing. You did what you needed to do. You voted the person who was most competent. Yet another person rigged his way into office. No wahala. You see, they don't know anything about politics. They don't have ideas. They don't have strategy other than crime and criminality, violence and rigging and all of that. That also we will find a solution to that. The people that they use for this violence will one day understand that it is not in their interest for them to be perpetrating this violence, and they will refuse to perpetrate that violence. We will get to that place.
Welcome.
Oh, we wait as the passport will get improved. But before that, there's a lot of work to do. My question to everybody is, are we going to fold our hands and allow these people just continue to plunder? Because that's what they're doing. They're just plundering. They plunder, they go, they clear everywhere. Like say they no go last till tomorrow. So they say, "Ah, I must chop now, I must chop." So they chop for back, they chop for front, they chop everywhere. You understand? So that's not the question I get for all of us. Giant of Africa, I think we should stop calling that, we should stop referring to ourselves as giants. Where we giants we go? Mosquito, where we giants? Have we ever been giants? I don't understand. Going back to history and looking at everything, have we really ever been giants? I doubt it. We've never been giants. Let's not deceive ourselves. We have work to do. We should get off our freaking high horses. I don't know why we feel say we special. We're not special. There's nothing special about you. Nothing. Nigeria, there's nothing. And again, for me, oh, you get in each time when we will change that name Nigeria. We need to first start from there, first of all, because the name is even there's error about that name Nigeria. Error. Before we even start to dey talk say we wan dig ourselves out of the hole when these people don put us. Because I dey tell una for free, dey do land grabbing. As we dey here so, dey just dey the choicest ones na dey just dey snatch for themselves. Everywhere dey don take over everywhere. So everybody wey dey japa, you might japa and not be able to return. You understand? E be like the kind the way wey e dey when I take see this whole thing be say it's intentional. They intentionally make the land hot for the real people wey get the land, so that they go fit take over. Na make people dey japa up and down, wey you no get light, no electricity, You can't even think clearly. Your creative abilities are stunted. You can't, there's nothing to grasp onto. It's intentional so that you go run comot. So when you run comot, you go artificial places wey dem don create. You go stay for concrete. You go dem go make am hard, dem go make am difficult for you, right? So that you go run comot for your Eden. When you run comot for your Eden, because na so una go take understand am, na im me dey use the word Eden. You go come go stay concrete place where nothing grows. All na illusion. All you see na illusion. That's exactly what they're doing. All of us dey outside of the country. Meanwhile, people wey no know as our forefathers take get that land, manage am reach where we dey, all of dem dey from back go dey find as dem wan take claim am. E get one video wen I see wen one fufunene person dey talk say the land wen e dey for where we come from, say na dem originally get am. Mean say the things don dey there, don dey conjure the things dey come. We dey here dey shine teeth. We dey knack gum together. Dis people are plotting. Well, we need, dis is my own protest. Protest need to dey happen for ground o. Forget Supreme Court. Forget Supreme Court. Anybody wey dey ground now, when say im dey ground, im ready, I ready to put money. We go contribute money give so that they go fit come together. I'm telling you, so that they go fit organize. Because me, I'm tired. Anybody wey ready, all of us go come together, we go support them for logistics. I'm telling you. Because these people, they are not ready to let it go. Mr. One Love, welcome. Oh, good evening.
Good evening to
Yes,
you, yeah.
good evening, my
Happy
brother. Welcome.
Happy
Good to
Monday.
have you on. Thank you for stopping by.
I know. Agbado would said how they used to call it. They say pikin wey say mama no go sleep, he no go sleep.
Exactly. That's
Abi,
exactly what it is. We give it all it takes. As they attack am for morning, na so they go attack am for afternoon. Na so we go attack am for night, right?
so so
Wind no
so
go, the wind go become curse to am. The skies go dey become curse to am. Ground na curse to am. Wind wey dey blow curse. That is it.
yes,
You
so
understand?
you say
Ha.
exactly. So they are now accusing Atiku of forging too. I thought they said they didn't forge.
Na dem wan wrestle, dem
Mm.
wan wrestle themselves. Because
I
in the
thought,
fact dem wan take look Peter Obi
mm-hmm,
enter. You know those
yeah.
useless people and pampers dem. Dey carry, dem dey claim say Peter Obi collect im senior brother name use. I just
Mm.
dey laugh when dem dey do their press conference. I still see these people. Una dey look for, una dey grasp at straws. Before dem even talk anything, social media don already help dem, don already answer dem, tell dem say una dey look for Peter Obi brother, see am, na reverend father, see im name, see the school wey im go, everything. Dem bring out everything. Oh my God. Dem no know wetin dem wan do again, na im dem go back to
A
Atiku go
very,
dey drag.
very, yeah, very shameless set of people that they be. Very
I'm telling
shameless.
you.
Before it was, oh, there was no mention of forgery. Now, oh, it article was forged, started forging. Oh, this one started forging.
That
Oh,
means they have agreed that
yeah.
they forged.
Of
For
course,
them
they
to
just,
say Atiku also forged, that means they
yeah.
have accepted that they actually forged. God.
What a pity. What a pity.
For me, I feel insulted. I had to go to school, right? I use candle take read for school, one love. I use lantern, kerosene lantern, because light no dey school. We go carry kerosene lantern go classroom midnight go dey read.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? The
Oh,
times of
absolutely. Absolutely.
water sef na manage. You go dey look for water, you go find, when you find the water, you go put alum so that the thing go clean before you fit use am baff, use am do anything. So having gone through that, manage yourself, comot for school after 4 5 years, right? Then you come manage, so you come struggle. I remember my first salary na 5,000 naira they dey pay me. Then you now find yourself where you are today. Guess what? the highest office in the land that is supposed to be like for like very people that have proven themselves beyond, a man with no background. We don't know where he comes from. We don't know his family. We don't know nothing about him. They just carry am because of paper money. Do you know that's paper money? Paper money just carry am give the man.
He relegated the office of the president to office of wheelbarrow pusher. Even wheelbarrow
I'm
pusher
telling
has
you.
more respect than this guy, right?
When
Mm.
was it I was reading Asari Dokubo is trying to run for deputy governor? Well, I
Oh
can't
yeah,
remember. Is it Asari Dokubo or somebody?
oh yeah.
I can't remember. Hey, hey.
All the Agberus are saying they even want to run for governor. You know,
Anyway, let me play this
so
video and then we'll have time to talk. Yeah, Romari, delusion of grandeur. That's what Nigeria, I don't know. We need to stop that. We need to stop saying giant of Africa. Giant of, there has never been a giant of Africa. There has never been. Where the people are impoverished. Right from time, people have been
now
impoverished.
now the population now they fear all those other African countries. They don't
Of
know say
course,
we just big for nothing. Our population
big
are
for
just there.
nothing. They
Mm.
make noise, empty barrel. Eh? They are making progress. Of course, Romari, they are making progress. Na only mouth we get. Now we talk pass. Do we not fit do? If for our koro eye dey cheat us, dey collect wetin be our own. E be like now you get something, you get you dey stay your you dey suffer dey manage your the small house wey you get. Person go come enter inside take over. You no get wetin you fit do. You no even rough the person up. You no even scratch the person. Make you scratch am, make dem see mark, nothing. We just fold hand dey look like mumu or zuo, like who you kill. That's how we're doing. Abeg I don't want to hear that word giant of Africa. Please, mosquito of Africa. Na we small pass. Na we small. We are the smallest. Please, abeg, the world can hear me. We are no giant o, abeg. Ah, no be by argument with Black Panther here before. We're not. I know we are never giant nibo, giant in the mud. Oh, you too, Quinty, you use alum take clean water. We many on this table. You see, God, see how the creator has been gracious. Who would ever believe say I use alum take I say Nigeria go teach you to be your own government. Nothing wey I no fit do. Nothing. Nothing. You know when my power go up for here for a couple of days, e no affect me. Because
Good luck.
I came from a place where you electricity now see me now, see me, you don't see me anymore. See me now, you don't see me anymore. I was not affected. I slept like baby Anna. I know it not affect me.
It's just a normal thing. Now. Everybody, that's just a normal thing. You pull up for inside water, taste all the connect. Candle go burn book. You
I'm
wake up.
telling
Now the candle now go wake you up.
I'm telling you. You go sleep, candle go if you lucky the thing go melt, cover all the notes wey you don take for class, e go cover everything if you lucky. So you go fit peel am apart, and if you are peeling it you have to be careful. E depends, sometimes e don do serious damage to the book. And
So
today na person
somebody will do all of that from primary school to university, and then one guy will just come from one corner and just overtake them and
I
say,
just thank you. It's so pain. Na that one dey pain me pass o. I no go lie. That na because I sit down think am. Days of hustling when you enter inside school like this, you go dey hustle, you wake up in the morning so that you fit go fetch water on time, right? Before people too plenty. Carry your dirty water come look for alum put for inside, wait make e settle before you use am baff, do wetin you wan do. Ready, you go come go school. Make we even forget primary school, then secondary school. It's painful. I have classmates who did hair to pay their school fees. They were making holiday time, they don dey go house. They go just dey inside hostel dey play people hair for school fees. I had people in my school, in my class then, in the university, that used to work. So they will save up money, work, save up money, come back to school, Some of them couldn't make it back maybe for a semester or two, so they will have to take steps back or take those classes on top of what we have. So many things, only for you to get to this level. You now realize a man with no background. I mean, we don't know his father, we don't know the compound he came from, we don't know his brothers, whether he has any sisters, parents, uncles, nothing, nothing about this man. Primary school, zero. Secondary, zero. University, zero. When Jack Conde dey give West free education, this man no, e no take advantage, e no say no, let me take advantage, at least let me even try, nothing. Ah, if e no dey vex una, e dey vex me, e dey pain me because I know wetin my eyes see before I fit graduate from school. Yes, so Kene Kene say this is why I no leave this alum. I tell you now, you are a village, me and you be village, I be village girl, you be village man. We know where we are coming from. I'm telling you, wheelbarrow pusher has, can you imagine? Eh? You use lantern for boarding school, my sister. We welcome, we many welcome, sis. Sister
Now,
in the struggle, welcome.
what be
In
that?
fact, yeah, I know how. Sorry, go ahead, one.
Now people will reach. Now they buy. What be that thing? That kerosene lantern been or something.
The
Uh,
rechargeable lamp,
no, it's not rechargeable lamp. Even the one where you have to like the
kerosene, when you put
the
thread inside,
yeah
you
trade.
come.
No, that one is the. I don't forget the other one. The lantern one that has glass. The glass you clean it and you fix it
Yes,
every
yes,
evening
you
or so.
clean the glass, yes.
That one are for rich people now. and, and the thread one where you go put kerosene and the candle. Na people do the jack for inside school. Oh, and then
If we say
you
we look like where we come from, if we look like where we came from, my people, eh?
you just go through all that process. One guy just came out, he said he graduated from Chicago State.
Teach university and just took everybody, lied about everything, eh?
Oh my
And they just
god.
gave it to him because of paper money, because he was
Uh,
able to buy everybody. So that means nobody, you know, it speaks a lot to the upbringing and the kinds of people we have in Nigeria. Do you know? This is deeper than we think. For not one person to be able to say, no, I cannot do this, I refuse to be a part of it. Everyone agreed to this fraud. Do you know how disturbing that is? Do you know how many people they would have to talk to? That means it was so easy for them to just ignore and say, I beg, make we let am pass, make we let am. That is disturbing. So you have a generation of fathers, great grandfathers, and grandfathers that are frauds. That's what it means. That's what it means. So those children that are coming up, no wonder the generation now, people are complaining. What, you dare not complain about this generation, because it is the generation prior, 2 generations back, that have bred these new ones that we are seeing. You are complaining that they are doing all kinds of activity on social media, they are being places where they not, or they ought not to, they are doing crazy things. Where did they get it from? Is it not by watching this same yeye elders? Didn't we see videos of young boys saying that no, that they would rather be delegates? How did they know enough to know that delegates make money? Some will say they rather be Yahoo boys. Guys, we are in serious trouble in Nigeria. I don't know why people see they born. I'm telling you, when I say it, I sound like a crazy person. I'm telling you, the fight, if we don't take care of this now, I shudder to think what this generation, when they get older, will be. If we do not take care of this, because this is a mess. You have spoilt great grandfathers and grandfathers. Spoilt. Apart from my own father was not among, because that man was a hard working man. Not see man work hard like my papa, and I'm sure a lot of our fathers here, you know. So it is disturbing that This man was able to walk his way, worm his way from the smallest or wherever he came from. People did not clamp him down when they ought to. And Lagos, of all places, the man was able to buy people and shut them up. Nobody can speak the truth. Nobody can tell him, no, Baba, you are not getting past here. Lie, you are not going to give us this bad name. Not one person. Ah, Omo, there's fire on the mountain. I'm sorry to tell you people. There's fire. Hey, you see better in the dark. Me too, Kenny. I got used to it. I know how to see very well in the dark. Once it goes dark, my eyes will adjust. From from childhood though, it's not as if I don't master am, because when they give us light, how many times they give us light? You come dey used to am. For night, your eye will dey shine like torchlight. Hey, Kenny say I change my water under my bed and they still tip your water. That one still dey pain you. You dey remember. Even your provision, okay now, but the house people are, they are releasing their traumas tonight. Okay, if you went to boarding school and your water was stolen, your provision was stolen, please come and let us know in the comment section. Welcome, Ngozi. Good evening. Great to have you. Welcome, my sister. Not only you, but wetin we go do? Na only Nigeria we get. We no fit tire. We have to keep pushing forward, my sister. We have to. We don't have a choice. Me dey protest as I dey here, so I am doing my protests. Hey, the week with glass bulb that raised children clean. Oh my God. Keneye village. God. Women for here. Oh. You use paint, write your name on it. Oh my God, let me play this video. Let me play this video. This guy is always making very educational, sometimes funny stuff. So let's listen to him. And I'll play Boala's video.
We have the 4 P's of marketing. What did I say?
4 P's of marketing.
What did I say?
4 P's of marketing.
Good. Now, these 4 P's are what you need to do to carry out any marketing you need in life. Now, the first P of marketing is what? The product. What did I say?
Products.
We have the place. Somebody say place.
Place.
We have the price.
Price.
And we have promo.
Sure.
We have promo.
Sure.
Good. Who can define the product for me?
Sir.
Yes?
A
A round of applause for him. Is it with nonsense? So what did you say product is? Correct. A round of applause for him. Good. A product is an item you purchase because you need it. What did I say?
An item you purchase because you need it.
What did I say?
An item you purchase because you need it.
Thank you. But in Nigeria, a product in Nigeria is an item you purchase because other people are purchasing it. Other people are purchasing. So Nigeria, you don't have to need a product. You just purchase this product because people are purchasing. People are purchasing. Good example of this product that you purchase because people are purchasing are Tesla. Do you know Tesla? Electronic cars. In the UK, the US, they purchase Tesla because they have light. And they feel like, why would we have light and we are burning money on diesel and gas? So what did they do? They produced an electric car because they don't want to buy fuel. They don't want to buy fuel. They don't want to buy fuel. So they use Tesla because the Tesla is electronic and it's rechargeable. So they use Tesla, they use light to charge their Tesla. But coming to Nigeria, Nigeria looked at that product and said, wow, this car can charge with light. What did we do? We went to buy this electric so that we can save money and will not buy. If your father drives a rechargeable car, let me see your answer. Your father has a rechargeable car in Nigeria. A round of applause for her. So the reason why her father bought a rechargeable car is because he wants to save money on good. Now that is why he bought a rechargeable car in Nigeria. But in Nigeria, do we have lights?
No.
Do we have lights?
No.
So how does your father charge his car? He has to buy
Fuel.
for his generator in order to charge the car. So is he buying fuel? He's not buying fuel.
He's buying fuel.
Does our father have sense?
No.
People are saying our father does not have sense. Very bad. Child. Place. The next one is what?
Place.
The next one is what?
Place.
Good. The place where you do your marketing, your place outside Nigeria is determined by a particular situation or region or area where you have your targeted audience. But that is why in America or other countries, before they determine a place, they do a market survey to see, do I have my targeted audience here? If yes, they take their product to that particular place because their targeted audience is But Nigeria, before a person can determine where he wants to take his or her product to, they will go and look where did they sell it here? Where did they sell it here? Instead of doing a market survey to know where they can stand out as a product seller, they go and look for where another person they sell. Once they see this person they sell, they take their product there and they increase the competition there. That is why you see a lot of juju and evil spirits in Nigeria. That is why you go to Nigerian market and you see this whole line, they are selling meat. This whole line, they are selling rice. It is one person that started selling rice there, then another person come, another person. Good. That is how Nigerians determine where to sell their market. Another thing with the place in marketing is people in Nigeria do not know where exactly to sell their product. For example, how will you sell a 200 million naira land in a WhatsApp status that everybody their salary is 15,000 naira, and then if nobody patronize you, you'll be like, "Nah, friend, we patronize me and they patronize." Nice. Can you patronize yourself? No. A round of applause for yourself. The next one is what? Price. The next one is what? Price. Now, this is the most important one. You have to pay attention to price. Who can tell me the meaning of price?
Sir, a price is the amount the product costs.
Wrong. Who can tell me the meaning of price? Price is what?
The amount the product costs.
Okay, since nobody can tell me, let me just assume it's correct. Price is the amount a product costs, but that is not in Nigeria. That is outside Nigeria. Yeah. In Nigeria, price is the amount a product falls on. Do you understand me? No, sir. Do you understand me? Any question? Let me give you an example. Outside Nigeria, you go outside Nigeria, you see 30,000 naira on this product. What do? You use your feet and walk to the counter to pay. That is why you go to the counter and pay. You don't have to ask any other question because the price is boldly written. Yeah. But in Nigeria, that method was adapted by only one people, and those are the boutique. Because right now, price in Nigeria is not the amount a product costs. Meanwhile, price in Nigeria, after steady argument between the buyer and the seller, sometimes it might include the support of the OSWA, good. Apart from the boutique, when you go to the market and pick this product and they say this product is 30,000 naira, what is the next question you will ask?
How much last?
What is the next question you will ask?
How much last?
If they tell you, okay, madam, because of you, I will sell it for 25,000 naira, what is the next question you will still ask?
How much last?
What is the next question you will still ask?
How much last?
Simple and short. There must be an argument, they give and take, until the price falls down to a particular amount. That is what we call the actual So when you are in Nigeria, inquiry is not called inquiry, it's called price. It's called price. Good. A round of applause for yourself. Now the final one is what? Promotion. Promotion. Now we have two types of promotion. We have the online promotion and the offline promotion. Now the online Facebook ads, all these adverts that all those influencers do, all those Instagram promotion that all these influencers do, all those Officer Woo, Snacks Boy, Romeo, and all those mumu influencers. That is the online promo. The online promo. But the offline promotion is the promotion you do with your where do you find this offline promotion? Is in the market, like Oshodi, Aswani, Bini. Do you understand? My 2, my 12. Really, do you understand? They have a particular pattern of promotion, true or false? True or false? That is still under marketing. So that is why when you go to Oshodi, you hear things like some they buy, some they buy, some they buy, qualité, bayape, seleye, dojoaka, all the good things so they do for Benin girls. All the good things so they do for Benin girls. Na mumu de, alagoro, some they buy. Any question? Any question? Okay, my dear, ask your question. A round of applause for you. Yes, I'm listening.
Oh my God, that was hilarious. This guy, I don't know, his comedy is gotten funnier and actually tells a lot while he's doing his comedy. That's so funny. Romari said, I was sports in boarding school. Oh. My classmates would fetch my water, wash. Hey, Ajebo, now you be the Ajebo now. Romari, you don't know you be Ajebota. Not be like us. We have to learn. Even the Ajebota self, we no gree fully embody am. Even though we like soft life, but our soft life na village type of soft life, we still dey enjoy. eh? Kini say I went to buy candles in case NEPA take light. NEPA will still take light. And when I went back to buy more candles from same store, price don increase. That is it. Na so dem dey do am. Neka, welcome, oh, my darling, welcome. Okay, let's go to Daniel Boala's video. Even I say I don't want it for you, abeg, make am quick, chap. Where is it? Yeah, I think that's it. Eh,
Kanskje blitt lys for måneder. Ja, den er bare off.
Now let's turn to that escalating campaign against President Tinubu's decision to appoint a lawyer as the new head of Nigeria's sleaze watchdog, the EFCC. You may have heard that President Tinubu has nominated a private legal practitioner, Ola Olukayode, to lead the EFCC, an appointment that the main opposition People's Democratic Party says is illegal. According to one of his spokespersons, Daniel Bwala, the act establishing the EFCC clearly calls for a person with at least 15 years of security and law enforcement experience to lead the agency, and Mr. Lukayode is not.
abeg more na e be like say una dey vex for me this evening and I no know. The like come dey slow. The like just be like go hang out somewhere. More na like na abeg. More na like, more na still encourage a sister with super chat biko na. More na like the video. Una be dey do amazingly. I'm not even come dey talk. I'm not even dey remember to say like again. So please take a minute, step outside, like, and then come back. Please.
Such a person and is obviously a lawyer. So what is this likely to mean for his chances of getting through the vetting and confirmation process in the National Assembly and keeping the job? Well, for more on this, I'm joined now in the studio by the lawyer, leading member of the PDP and spokesman of the Atiku presidential campaign, Daniel Buwala. And he's doing a PhD in anti-corruption at the moment in the UK. He's obviously on a break, but Nigeria is the case study. And so having you here is exceedingly relevant, isn't it? Thank you very much indeed for coming in. So the president nominates Mr. Ola Olukayode as the new chairman of the anti-corruption agency, the EFCC. Mr. Olukayode is a lawyer who's been a chief of staff to a previous head of the EFCC and also served as secretary of the EFCC for a number of years. But in spite of all that, you don't think he meets the requirements to be the new EFCC chairman. Tell us why.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Not at all. He does not meet that requirement. And in Mweke versus Federal Republic of Nigeria, the court said, when the wordings of a statute is ordinary and is straightforward, that you are not expected to import interpretation. In that same decision, it says, attempting to give interpretation of what it is not, it is like an illegal legislation or amendment through the back door. That is exactly what is happening. For the avoidance of doubt, the act, there is nothing about section 2 of the act that is mysterious. It says the commission shall consist of members, beginning with the chairman, who shall be the chief executive and accounting officer, who will be a serving or retired member of any government security or law enforcement agency not below the rank of assistant commissioner of police or its equivalent, who shall be a serving or retired. Now, if you look at the civil service rule, those who are entitled to work and be retired are those people who come in through recruitment. Recruitment, like you wrote a test, like in the case of EFCC, they will go in, write test. When you pass, operatives will go for training for 6 months, in some cases 1 year, and after which you will now be commissioned. When you're commissioned, even your identity card, what they call the warrant card, if you turn the back side of the warrant card, you will see it says that the bearer of the card has the immunity and the privileges of a superior police officer. These are the only sets of people in EFCC that are classified as serious senior police officers. Now, if you look at the act, does not give room for extraneous interpretation. The benchmark has been set that the person shall either be a serving or retired member of two elements: government, security, or law enforcement. Now, the security organization of government are the three: NIA, DIA, and SSS. They are intelligent platforms. Or law enforcement, where you have the police, you have the EFCC, you have NCDC, and the rest. So the benchmark has been set, under which now you bring in the import of not below the rank of assistant commissioner of police or its equivalent. The reason for the use of the word equivalent in this context is because there are two sets of security platforms that have been mentioned. So if it is a police serving or retired that is coming to head the commission, then he must not be experienced than 15 years. Now, the equivalence means if you're bringing somebody for the Department of State Services, the equivalent of assistant commissioner of police in DSS is assistant director. The same thing applies to NIA, the same thing applies to DIA. And you can run it across all platforms. That is the equivalence. It is not outside of the precinct of what has been stated as government security or intelligence platforms. Then you now see he must not possess less than 15 years cognate experience. I have seen argument over the last few days about the use of the word cognate. Some of them have expanded to give it an objective interpretation to suggest that a lawyer who has practiced has acquired a cognate experience. That is fallacy. Mweke versus Federal Republic of Nigeria does not accept of that. The word cognate there connotes experience that is related to, if it is a police, then you have the experience of a police officer. If it is a DSS, the experience of a DSS officer. If it is a DIA, or you're bringing somebody from NCDC, that is a subjective interpretation. You cannot go outside of these two platforms to import anybody. Now, let us juxtapose that with the resume of Olukayode. A lot of people have argued, and sometimes the argument has even run against them, because in one breath, they will say his practice over the years qualifies for 15 years. In another breath, they will make the argument that he has served in the EFCC. So you don't take it away from the fact that he hasn't worked there.
Okay, well, let me come in there.
Right.
I mean, you've made some very interesting points, and it's instructive that just before you came on, the former president of the Nigerian Bar Association, Dr. Olisa Abakoba, said he had looked at the act, and just like you, he's convinced of the absolute clarity of it.
Yeah.
And that there is no question in his mind that Mr. Olukayode is qualified.
Right.
And you're saying that with the same clarity, he's not qualified. So let's look at, I mean, looking at the qualifications that were put there by the EFCC.
Right.
He's described as a seasoned lawyer with over 22 years experience. He's described as a regulatory compliance consultant and a specialist in fraud management and corporate intelligence with extensive experience in the operations of the EFCC. I mean, on the face of it, these look like pretty impressive qualifying credentials, don't they? Good enough for him to be Nigeria's new anti-corruption czar, as the EFCC put it, especially given that the EFCC, you have recognized, and it's clearly there in the act, is seen as a law enforcement agency.
Excellent. So the corporate experience that is referenced there are experiences that either of a member of this platform must have gathered on live cases. Now, Olukayode has never, during his brief stint in EFCC, investigated a single case. Point number one. Number two, good as the CV may sound, if it does not fall within the precinct of the provisions of the law, it is ineffectual.
But doesn't the word equivalent
mean
that if he's a fraud specialist, as he's been, a specialist in fraud management, as he's been described, if he's got the requisite experience in managing fraud, I mean, then that kind of fits the bill, doesn't it? When you add that to the fact that he was in a fairly prominent position at the EFCC.
Yes, it does not. When he worked as the chief of staff and as the secretary of the commission, you may ask him, the membership card that he has, turn the back of it, it says, if found, return it to the commission or to the nearest police station. He was never an operative. It is only the operative. You cannot be the chairman of EFCC until you have the capacity, the legal ability to hold firearms. Look, all the agents of the world, NCA, FBI, and all the counterparts, no director of these platforms has ever been somebody who has not been trained like that. But I will come to this argument. Let me show you an example to distinguish that. If you look at the ICPC Act, Section 3 and Sub 3 of the ICPC, it clearly says, talking about ICPC as a commission, he said the commission shall consist of a chairman and 12 other members, 2 of whom shall come from each geopolitical zones. A retired, from among the pool of the governing members, a retired police officer, not below the rank of commissioner of police, a legal practitioner with at least 10 years post-call, a retired judge of a superior court, a retired police servant, you see somebody not below the age of 21 or 30, a chartered accountant. In 4, he said the chairman shall be a person who has held or is qualified to hold the office as a judge of a superior court of record in Nigeria. Meaning that without prejudice to the pool and the wide spectra of experiences that constitute the board, when it comes to the chairman, it is subjective. He must either be a serving or retired judge or somebody who is qualified to be a judge. Now, the person who is qualified to be a judge is a lawyer that has put in at least 10 years of post-call.
Did you say it's subjective or it should be objective?
No, what I mean by it is subjected to the restriction.
Okay, I thought you said subjective.
No, to that provision. Now, let's come to the resume. You see, Olukayode worked in the chambers of the former vice president, Professor Yemi Oshibajo. In our practice, you work in the chambers, you have the corporate profile of that chambers. Most lawyers incorporate the corporate profile to mean it also reflects their experience. And the only way you can juxtapose whether that has been done is to ask the person to furnish fact to support the fact that you said you're a fraud expert. So the question is, fraud expert investigating a live case, or that you attended a seminar? As far back as 2011, I attended a training in the United States Institute of Peace. We sat some of the members of our training who came from FBI, from State Department, from the Department of Justice. At least 2 went on to become ambassadors, and some are working there. security and intelligence matter. Does that qualify me? Certainly no, if the act is express about it. Point number one. Point number two, with respect to Olukayode, if you argue without considering that his stint in EFCC amount to a membership, the act says he shall not be less than 15. Olukayode served for 2 years as the chief of staff and for 4 years as a secretary. Put together is 6 years. Does it meet the context of that? Can you approbate and reprobate? In one breath, you say he's 6 years, but in another breath, you say his 22 years of practice can be incorporated. Thirdly, nobody by law will be permitted to hold the position as the chairman who has no experience of either investigating, providing intelligence, any of those apparatus of the security with live cases. Now, when you hear something that some of those appellations or some of those tags like fraud, expert, and the rest, they are seminal. They are just, you attend seminar and bring certificate. He cannot point at 1, 2, 3 cases and say he has handled.
Right.
So this is the problem. And without prejudice to that, he is coming from a law firm that is defense-oriented. All security and intelligence platforms of the country are prosecutory in nature. It will amount to conflict of interest for you to bring a lawyer who comes from the private sector, private practice of law, and make him the chairman. Conflict of interest. All the cases he has defended or he's defending, or the ones his friends and cronies and partners are defending or have defended, will now be compromised by the new position he has held. Then when you bring some enforcement in the real sense of the word, because as the chief of staff, you're only a principal secretary. As the secretary of the commission, it is just for the purposes of meeting. He has never presided over a case, neither has he ever investigated a case.
Well, we're going to have to wait, because obviously he has to go and defend himself in front of the National Assembly.
Do you trust that the National Assembly
what I was going to ask you is this. His name goes to the National Assembly, or has gone, and the PDP's position as the main opposition party is that the National Assembly should not confirm the appointment.
I am not here in the capacity of the party. The party has not made any official statement.
Right.
I am here as a private citizen, number one, somebody who's also concerned about the anti-graft issue, but most importantly, as a legal practitioner who has been involved in public interest law. And it is our duty to help the government to do what is right. This is not right. Let me tell you something, sir. He is not even entitled to be given any federal appointment. You know why? Because Olukayode was recently indicted alongside Magu by a panel of inquiry that sat like a court of law, that took evidence from them based on allegations submitted. They were represented by Wahab Shitu, senior advocate of Nigeria, as a result of which there was a finding by that panel, rightly or wrongly, that indicted them, based upon which he was sacked. The act says a retired or serving, not a sacked one. That's one. Then number two, haven't been sacked based on a report that sat like a panel of inquiry, like a tribunal of inquiry. Only the court of law can vacate that. So if, for example, President Tinubu wants to make a headway with him, President Tinubu needs to challenge that in the court of law, quash it, then he can proceed. Otherwise, not only EFCC, the President Tinubu, if it is looking at government as a continuum, he's not even permitted to appoint him in any federal appointment because there is an indictment by a valid panel, which decision was gazetted by the government.
All this falls within the correct ambit of an opposition party. And what they really should be opposing.
There are people in the ruling party who hold this same position.
No, what I'm saying is that, well, I mean, you represent the opposition. So my point is that if you say you're here in a private capacity, if you were to advise the PDP as someone who's been their spokesman and a leading member of the party, what would you advise them to do about it?
My advice is only to the president.
Should they really go hard on it?
No, my advice will be to the president. But this government already has demonstrated to Nigeria.
I mean, you are still in the BDP.
For sure. But this government has not demonstrated, because you see, this is not a partisan thing. I'll give you the reason why we must take it away from the sphere of partisanship.
Well, it's not about partisanship. It's about an opposition focusing on something that would be detrimental to the country and would be illegal.
But not because I am from the opposition, because even when I was in APC, you can look at my history. when it comes to national issues that I feel the federal government is airing, I have never hesitated to give my take because it's for the good of the country.
Right.
You see, you have FBI, NCA. When you put him as the chairman and we start having the problem of intelligence sharing with these people, what are we going to say? Number two, what about the potential corruption in the system? And then violation of order of government. This is APC to APC. Means decision of the previous APC ought to be obeyed by the APC of the now. But assuming they disagree with it, what is the lawful thing to do as a government? That's the point we're saying. But most importantly, sir, you try to touch the issue of the National Assembly. Somebody even said, go to court. And you have found that lately, this is the cliche in APC. That's why I'm even reluctant in going to court.
I like
when
that.
somebody tells you go to court before you go, I will help you file the case, go to court. You should have an understanding of what the person is boasting about. So neither will I say go to the National Assembly, lead the National Assembly. You have seen a few days ago, a member of the National Assembly, 10th Senate,
right,
said that the speed with which they pass bill is that the speed of light. And that history and posterity will judge the president.
Right.
So I am not here nursing some hope that the National Assembly will reject it, even though if they have their onions, they should. I am really appealing to Mr. President because one thing I learned about government.
Very, very briefly.
Yes,
We've got
sir.
10 seconds.
One thing I learned about government when President Buhari was there is so many times you see decisions from government. Sometimes it is based on information delivered to them by certain people around them, and the information is not broad.
Right.
So when they hear things like that, it helps them.
Okay.
But the government is confused. Look at a minister today. Had a world press conference. She was warning the United Nations to return money to Nigeria or they are going to sue them.
We have to go. But I hope the president is watching this program. I'd be actually quite flattered if he is. I want to thank you very much indeed. Daniel Bwala is a leading member of the PDP. He's a lawyer. He's a spokesman of the...
I have to say, right, there's no opposition in Nigeria. The opposition in Nigeria is weak. It's non-existent. So what are we even talking about? We don't have an opposition. The Labour Party people that were voted in, the senators, the House of Rep members, when they're doling out money to buy those hefty cars and everything else that's going on, how they do just, sharing money amongst themselves, I don't see any one of them coming out to protest or speak against it or say anything. They're just silent. It's almost like they just came in by, riding on the back of Peter Obi just to get there for their own selfish interests. It's just unfortunate. It really is. Like I said in the beginning, are we going to sit idly by quietly while we are being right before our eyes, we are being ejected from our homes? The lands are being taken over. Is that what we really want? Supreme Court is not going to do anything different from what the tribunal has already done. My question is, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Because the Supreme Court has already made up their mind. Matter of fact, they don't already write the judgment with the help of so many of their minions. It will just be 2.0 from what the tribunal told you. There will be nothing different. There will be nothing different. Are you going to wait for them to announce another sham of a judgment again? Sid, welcome. Oh. Sid say this is typical Agbado playbook. Hijack of states. Agbado basically installing his men. Isn't it obvious? Isn't it obvious? Look at all of them criminals. All of them have criminal backgrounds. Not one is okay. You say, okay, this guy, at least, he's speaking on very bright minds. No, they're all criminally minded people. Look at what Bwala just said. The man has no experience. You put him there for yourself. He's just putting only Lagos Western people. I don't know if it's only Lagos Western, to be honest with you. I think some of them are from different parts of the West as well, but of course, majorly from Lagos. That's what's going on. He's just positioning his men. He's men in both security and economy. Unfortunately, by the time people realize what is happening, it might be too late. Now they hear that's what Sid is saying to us. Is that what we want? The land when our ancestors don live, suffer, manage am, carry am forward, una wan make stranger come overtake, make e come take am. Is that what you guys want? Anyway, I no go talk pass as I dey talk already. My own be say its been action time since March when they woke up at 3 a.m. to talk. In fact, wetin I even dey talk, when that man start to dey count, when he decided dey start to dey make up figures, dey give rubbish figures, na there na everywhere for scatter. Na there make we know say okay, we shut down the whole place. But here we are today, we are still talking about people are still saying Supreme Court. Omo, nothing. Supreme Court ain't gonna do nothing. Just 2.0 of what tribunal did. Anyway, I don talk my own finish. I leave you guys here. I don try. My people, it's been real. Let's continue to talk about this. Let's continue to make everybody aware. All I'm going to say is if you're still sleeping, wake up. Wake up. This one is not, oh, it's not my business, you know, concern. It concern the way it take concern you, eh? You think say you dey better place. Na aquarium you dey, you are just in a fancified place. They just put, you know, when they take animals from their natural habitat and bring them and put them in different places and call it wilds and call it all kinds of names. That is exactly what they oh my god. It's not the most pleasant comparison, but that's the only thing I can think of right now. Animals are meant to be in their natural habitat. When you take them out of their natural habitat, you strip them of every instinct that comes naturally to them. Perhaps that's what is happening. We don't know, right? Think about it deeply. Sid says this is just the beginning. The opposition have all been in the same party. That is the problem. They've all ate from the same bowl. Now they are gagged. They can't talk too much. Even this one that Atiku did now, you wait now. They are planning for Atiku. We will hear secret, our ear will fall off. Mhm. Hey, one time or the other, we run a one-party system. What could be truer than that? Sid? Party of criminality. Yep. Look at how Lagos has under his grip. Yep, we cannot see, my brother. Well, I don talk finish o. Make I call am a of course it's corrupt, Kenny. Atiku is corrupt. That one we know, that one na Mikano, no be Mikano we dey call am. The reason why he now go, you know, this is the problem. You see why it's good to do things when you're supposed to? Agbado's file came to him. Why didn't he do anything about it? That's the question. Why did he not do anything about Agbado's file when it came to him? Scratch my back, I scratch your back. He sat on it, right? What is happening today? He thought he thought he was being they were doing paraco at that time. Right now, that thing that he did not do when he had the opportunity is now what is biting him. Because he knows, Atiku knows everything about that file. He knows everything. That's the reason why he went all the way to go to Chicago to file, because he knows how bad it is. But my question is, why did you have to wait till this time? You knew all along when the election, you did not see anything. People were doing parako. Out of greed, Peter Obi was the most qualified person in your party. Instead of you to put everything behind the man, no, greed, gluttony, that's what it does to people. Selfishness, it can only be me, I'm the only one that is good enough for it. Baba, you are near the grave. You want to tell me all your years of being in government, you don't get anybody when you mentor. What am I even talking about? These people don't even know what it means to mentor. You have such bright mind. Tell me to give him a spotlight. No, you want to fight him, Agbaya. look at it now. You can't talk. Most of the people cannot talk. Opposition, we don't have opposition in Nigeria. Na only well-meaning and obedient na im dey run, na im dey push, na im dey give dem woto. Apart from platforms like platforms like this and on Twitter and on Facebook or wherever, we don't have any real opposition. Look at the latest LP senators what are they saying? What are they doing? They don't collect money, they don't give them new jeep. Wetin concern them? E no concern them again o. To your tent, O Israel, everybody manage their suffering. Exactly. Seeds. The real opposition is the obedient and the well-meaning Nigerians on the streets. They've been complicit in the Nigerian elites. Are those ones elites? Even the word itself is problematic. Gluttons, they are not elite, they are gluttons. Because you cannot be be a part of that economy and not know what's going on. You want to swallow, you want to be the only one that is doing it. Are you the smartest? You can't be the smartest person now. Look at, they're going to buy foreign cars. Meanwhile, we have people that are making cars in Nigeria. You are not patronizing them so that they can even create jobs for people. Look at Nord. What's the name of the other one that produces car? Innocent. You not see those ones go meet, make they buy cars. You go, they buy foreign cars like slave where they be. Go, they put money for other people's pockets. It's just a shame. Oh, I'm telling you people, it's a shame. Nigeria is a shame. Honestly. Anybody when it talk say Nigeria na this thing for my front, I feel worse the person. To be honest with you, giant of Africa might be behind. Giants to where the giants they go? All they care about is what they can put in their stomach. Can you imagine 130 million per car? Imagine that. 130 million per car. Meanwhile, flood go come. Yeah, exactly. Flood go come, e go swallow all the cars. I see one trailer, see the road for I think the Ekpoma, the road dey. If you see how terrible the road, so the water wey dey trailer, e almost cover the trailer. And you have a governor, you have local government, you have representatives in that state. Nobody is doing anything. They're just cleaning. It's almost like they just came to steal, to take everything. They're just putting their fans everywhere in Nigeria. They are spreading it. Are you going to be quiet while these people loot everything? That is my question. That is my question. Are we going to like this? We go fold hand, they look. Is this how we're going to fold our hand? What's the purpose of going to work every day, waking up? For what? What are you going to work for? To be paid meager sum of money when nobody should do anything. You take and enter transport 2 times, you don't finish. You can't even take care of your family. To travel out of Nigeria now, if you don't get 3 million and above, you go nowhere. You go nowhere. For economy, not be this thing. Economy, people they buy 200,000, 100,000 before. My people. Is that not madness? These people ought to be in the asylum. They are not supposed to be walking the streets. Because these are not normal people. People when they chop, they're not the belly food. They're not normal. They eat, they don't eat for front, eat for back, eat for side, eat everywhere. They're no longer normal. They've become beasts. Even beasts self, I sure say get sense past them. Don't get sense past them. The problem is Nigeria quiet, they should be on the streets, shut down and so on. Honestly, I don't, it just beats me. I'm waiting, I'm looking around everywhere I go, I'm paying attention. Anybody who is ready to go, I will support. I'm telling you, because we gotta shut everywhere down. There's no point. You ought to wake up and wake up to the streets. To be honest. because on top of the fact they have bandits surrounding everywhere. Cows will go to people's farm, eat whatever they like, you dare not touch them. They will just come with trailer loads of Fulani wherever they come from. I don't even think those people are from the north. They bring them from Niger, from Chad, just dump them everywhere, give them motorcycle. That's what they are doing. They've taken over. Look at the West. They are slowly taking over the West, one state after the other. So the West that you used to know may not be the West again by the time they are done. It may be a Fulani territory. So when they are voting for election, they will claim some Western states as the North, the same way they are claiming Benue State. Look, my people, I don't know. Now where I know reach now go talk reach. I no fit do pass my power. I no fit. Na love of country, and for those people when they dey back home when they say there no option, no, like they are down on their, they no know wetin to do. People wey dey farm wey be say na only that one dem know. Na for those people me I dey talk, no be for the ones wey dem know, wey dem suppose know better. Old vehicle went with the previous senator. If you are returned senator, you get a new one. Can you imagine? They all dey waste money. E be like they like when you take basket to river, dey use am fetch water, na so dem dey do the money for Nigeria. And the money on top of am come dey worthless. I bet you by the time Christmas come, dollar go be 1,500 naira, go be 1,500 naira to a dollar. I wan bet on that one. No, that one na sickness na. Dino fleet of cars na sickness. He's sick. The man is sick. These people are sick. They are never satisfied. Nothing now. All of them, no, nothing to show for it. They don't get business. They don't get work when they dey do. They're all waiting for politics. There be boys wey dem dey use for politics. They will just give them money. You know, I see they tear money for Nigeria. I don't see them, but they will tear am into two bundle. They go dey give am. That's how they do it. That's how they get their money. It's unfortunate. And the kind of things that they make those boys go through, those men go through, just to imagine the insult. Look at this guy, Femi Durotoye, someone that's supposed to be not be coach, he be an inspirational speaker, whatever he is. From presidential candidate, you accept such a demeaning position as a media person. Please tell me, is that what you're supposed to be doing at your age with all the talking when you have talked? When people were dragging him for it, he was blocking people up and down. I just shake my head. I say, wow, oh my sheo. Hell, how the mighty have fallen. But it now begs the question, were they really, really the mighty? Because people, you know how Nigerians put people in position. They were not. They were always greedy. They always want what was good for them alone. They never really cared about you. You're just seeing it play out. That's all. Yep. Thank you, Temi. I like that your word, motivational speaker. Temi, I like the way you come, you type that motivate. When it is perfect, timing, you dey time am correctly. You will just come, you will just drop the comment. I like that. Welcome. Oh, I appreciate that. Na real motivational speaker. I'm telling you the thing. Honestly. Eh? And Mr. Seed, my brother. In fact, how you take know? I dey beg, I say abeg make Abia people make dem give me land. Abeg, I wan come invest for Abia State. I'm telling you, I wan come invest for Abia State. Look at what he has done in 4 months, my people. Please go and find out, go and check out what this man is doing in Abia State. Although now they're trying to create this propaganda. Somehow some people came out and say that he's destroying their whatever. I know it's all propaganda to try and make him look bad. That man is doing something in Abia State. Abeg, Abia people, if you be Abia person, abeg o, mona hook us up o, abeg. Me I dey here, I need land for Abia State as e be so. I'm telling you, if only the southern governors can unite and just work on the south, I'm telling you, it will be a beautiful thing to see. But greed no go let dem see road. See David Umuahi abi no abi Hope Uzodinjo, Hope Uzodinma, whatever they call him. See as the man be. No future, no hope for his people, no vision for his people. Na im wan take send im youth, im most able bodied young men and women out of the country. Na dat one dey think. That's the only vision he has. That's the only vision. And I see all these social media influencers running after him. I'm like, these people, I don't know why people look up to influencers. I don't know why people follow influencers in Nigeria. They do not add value. They do not care about you. At least if you're following an influencer, it should be for a good reason. Most times people just follow these influencers that have zero contributions to make to their lives. Whether it's psychologically, knowledge-wise, nothing. I know, I saw that. I just saw that recently. A billionaire from Anambra State. That's who he made mayor, right? Man, wait for the transformation that will come to Abia State. You guys just wait. That man is about to turn that area around. Omo, abeg, anybody that is from Abia State, please hook me up. Oh, abeg, let me come and buy land in Abia. Let me come and contribute my portion. I will help to develop the place too. Eh? I say, wow, look at the smart move. Smart. And I think he gave a speech. He was saying that Abia State is for everybody, really. Like inviting, like, for, of course, Eastern brothers and sisters come first, omo. I no even dey beef that one. They make their baby first, no problem. I don't mind. I come, abeg make dem just give me small place for Abia State. Make I come build something. Make I come do business for there. Honestly, whether na I fit come dey roast yam dey sell, I no mind. I no too big for anything, but I dey sell mango. Just give me one spot make I dey do my business dey go. Anything I wan dey get farm, I go dey sell my farm produce, export and import. That's it. I'm telling you, I need am o. Abeg o, Governor Oti, in case you are hearing me o, please help a sister out, abeg. Hey. Sid says propaganda. Once he repairs Port Harcourt, once he repairs that Port Harcourt Aba road, Otipari is done. It is done. If they can even put another airport again, create another airport, almost forget, it's over. He has already started the railway project. I saw that. I'm so proud of that man. In fact, words cannot begin to express how proud I am of him. Words cannot express it. Hmm. I'm telling you, just get farm, dey sell cassava, you understand, get a garri milling company, dey sell am. Hey, many things dey, yam, anyone you wan sell, everything dey sell am. Omo, I ready o. He made America, Anambra business tycoon, Harvard graduate. Yes, it was like I said, man, this is what I'm talking about. That man is about to turn Abia. The 24 years of suffering that Abia's people have gone through. You know, when they say suddenly things turned around, that's exactly what Abia State is experiencing. After 24 years of suffering, where that useless man saying they give pregnant women 500 naira, be 100 naira, be like, man, pass through TV, go was the man slap for where he dey. Say, what do the poor do not need? That thing give me headache when I hear am. I'm telling you, in fact, I'm so proud. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I'm so proud of what he's doing. But please, he should abeg, Abia State Governor, we dey here. Oh, we wan buy land. Abeg, make we come do business. Make we come help you build the economy even more. Already, once security dey, you don secure the place, and there's direct flight to Abia State. It's over. Wetin concern me? Seed. Omo, I be like you o, Seed, influencer be tibawo, leave that thing o. All of us dey influence together. Una no put me for any position. I no send, I just I dey do wetin dey pain me na I dey do, because dis concerns me. Na my land, na my ancestor land. I suppose keep quiet. I no fit keep quiet na. I no fit keep quiet. My grandfather and my father as pastor, dey be looking and say, what kind of children is dis o? How can you just allow them take over your father's land like that? How can you allow them take over your mother's land? You don't think they are seeing and know what's going on? Na that one make me, I no be influencer be to that o. Influencer for good o. Abeg, I no different from you o. If you start your YouTube channel now, you fit even pass me. How many subscribers I get? Since I start this thing, my subscription never comot for ground. But that one no even dey bother me, because as far as the word is getting out there, people will subscribe when they feel like it appeals to them. Kò jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. You know, if their airport goes international, I'm telling you, Kene, in fact, your head dey there. That's what I'm waiting for. If they have an airport, that's what I'm saying, that if they have an airport, if you can even build another one, because the traffic that will be coming to Abia State, if they can do it, if they can have 2 airports strategically, create jobs for people, forget. People will be coming to Abia State. Like me personally, I go Abia State for holiday. Leave that thing. Make I go set up my mango business, my farm business. Go dey sell garri, expert in garri things, and other things. Forget. No. You prefer Enugu area? Okay. Peter Obi don arrange that place for una now. E no be like my own side. Make I no even talk about my side. Make I keep quiet. He said he will not take his salary for 4 years. Wow. Are you kidding? That is mind-blowing. Can you imagine that? There is no way this man will not come back as governor in 4 years again. This man may be governor for a long time. Matter of fact, if Abia people are smart, they should have him there for 16 years so that he can solidify what he has started. And bring in someone, that's at all is going to relinquish power, to bring in someone that he knows will continue what he has started. Hi! Wow, I'm blown away. Are you serious? He said he's not going to take salary for 4 years. Wow. That's a man with a vision right there. This is what we need, oh. This is what we need. This is what we need. This is what we are starving of. Hey. Yeah, I saw that, oh. Mr. Mazi Prince. Welcome, oh, Mazi Prince. I think Mazi means Mr. Sorry about that. Mazi Prince, yeah. I saw that. I was very happy. I'm impressed. They should sack him. It's been long overdue anyway. You don't, why would you have a woman slapper in a Senate? Only in Nigeria. That man ought to have been behind jail. You suppose they sit down for somewhere, they rest, they eat watery porridge and beans. Only water. That's supposed to they eat. That man is not fit to be a senator. It's an insult to us. So it's been long overdue. He don't chop all the money finish. His life is not going to, he's improved. So hey, you'll be surprised they'll turn around and give him position again. Is it not Nigeria? Yeah. I'm telling you, Temi, you understand. I'll be under the mango tree, streaming live from Abia State under the mango tree. I'll dey sell mango, I'll dey sell garri, I'll dey sell all my farming things go dey happen. I'll dey tell una I dey go farm today with my people. I follow the people when I hire for labor. I will go together. I go dey na so now. We'll come dey talk, I'll dey share. Hey, tell me correct. You understand? I like that. Who is alleging that Orji Okalo? He should be next. They should go. They should all go. They should go. All these terrible senators. Ooh, as they are going, people should be shouting, ooh, go, go, go. They should all go. They're useless people. Hey, Des, welcome. Oh my God, Mazi Prince, thank you so much for being a member. Oh my God, I really appreciate that. Oh, thank you, sir. I really appreciate it. Hell, no, see, my mind don't sweet. Hey, Mona give me super chat. Oh, why my people? Why now they give me super chat? What I do now? I don't understand. Wetin I do now? Una tell me, una write am for comment section, but this is the reason why we don't give super chat. eh Mazi, thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate. My God, you have made my evening. You have really made my evening. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for being a member. Thank you. There's my brother. Welcome, oh brother from another mother. Welcome. So good to have you. Said Governor Oti mentioned that he preferred workers getting paid before him. Yeah, I just read. In fact, that gladdens my heart. I'm so happy. This is what it's about. I don't know. It's almost like all the leaders we have in Nigeria, all of them, they sleep, they put head for one place. That's what they do. They'll just sleep, they all put head in one direction. They don't care what you feel, how you feel. They don't care. They're not, it concern them. You understand? Eh? Hey, thank you. Hey, Mazio Odogu. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Thank you. No, this means a lot. Eh? This really means a lot. Wow. Thank you so much. Oh. May your pocket abundance, may it always be around you. May it be everything you see always. I really appreciate that. This really makes me happy. Thank you. I'm gladdened. Thank you. Mazi, don't make my day today. Thank you, sir. Eh? I'm telling you, in fact, exactly, Romari, you go expand your building. You said they should build, though, you fit expand. In fact, online store, on ground store, Amy, once Abia set, I will be online and on the ground. Are you kidding me? I go and buy land, build my house there. Dey living my soft life. Me, I don kukuma need to, unless I want to travel, I'll just go do my farming things, because I like to own a farm. I don't want to. I like farming. I like to own I like to grow my own food. you know Even here where I live, I grow my own food. I just saw my pepper don dey grow. I no need to go market for pepper again. The thing don grow, tomatoes don dey grow. I'm completely blown away. So yeah, that one is a must. I want to have a place where I can grow my food. I need that. Yes, that's exactly what it is. They should build. I'm rooting for him, sending him all the good wishes so that he can continue to build and do those things, and not get tired of doing them and not be distracted. And whatever propaganda they're trying to start, it shouldn't work on him. That's my prayer, to be honest. Because I know that they're trying. There's no way they're not trying. All these people that came out and said he's trying to demolish Muslims, something, something. It's just a way. Nigeria, Sha and religion. God. They've already started cooking up some propaganda. It will not work. And this is where we are needed. Everybody that has a social media platform, since we all know and agree that Governor Oti is doing an amazing work, anywhere you see anybody carrying any type of fake news about the man, go after the person, report it or something, because we cannot allow the good people that we have to be taken for a ride like that. We can't be quiet when terrible things are trying to happen to them. We should rat them out. We should be the ones to bring them down. This is the time for us to protect the good ones that we have. We should not sleep on them. And when we see people that are putting work in to help us build better societies, it doesn't matter. Support them, because I'm telling you, there's nothing like when you have voices that are speaking for you. Man, I tell you, this movement, what it has done for the political scene in Nigeria, it has changed the game forever. Do you understand? It has changed the game forever. So use your social media platform. Not only if you see anybody dey come after, if na only you go fit respond to am. I'm telling you, because now we got to protect our own. If Abia dey work, and this is, I'm hoping that, I don't know, maybe I should say I'm hope. Let me just say I'm hoping, if the southern governors will come together and fix their states, oh my God. You know, a lot of the things that we're complaining of, we won't be complaining about it. Do you understand? If the southern governors have sense, that's what they need to be doing. Come together and build a network. Oh my God. It will be game over. But no, greed go let them see road. The ones say they don't join cult, when they don't swear, say they know their brain go dey empty, they no go get vision. In fact, the more the suffering of the people, the better for them. Those ones na im many pass, unfortunately. We can't continue like this, my people. We can't. Eh? We cannot. Hmm. Hey, welcome, Rahim. Good to have you. Good evening, oh, welcome. You can run tourism safe because you get Atlantic Ocean and exactly, exactly. So many things that you can do. Nigeria na virgin land for a lot of business ideas, a lot of businesses, you know. And all of us here have the capacity to do that so that we can go and build our communities again because they've been ravaged, you know. So I better go. Thank you very much, Mazi. I see the notes attached to your. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Now all these ones, now they keep our engine running. So I beg go. Mona give me super chat. Mona support me. I beg. Mona forget the hair. Mona no dey look my hair. Yes, na my hair dey deceive una. Mona no look my hair. Mona support the fight. Support the fight. Oh boy. Anyways, guys, I think this is it for tonight. I wasn't gonna be here for long, but it is what it is. We continue to fight, but I'm going to repeat this again, and I think it's worth repeating. You are quietly being ejected. Okay? While you're acting like you don't know what's going on, or you no concern me, Nigeria, whatever, I don't have any whatever there, what's my own, all my family is here, I don't care. More very soon your eye go clear, you will care by fire, by force. While you're being quietly ejected and your line's being taken over, you are sleeping, you are snoring. You are doing J4 in snoring. Okay? You better wake up and add your voice or whatever it is that you need to be doing on your own. All this jackbarring is not the best for us. The people that should have fought back, do you understand? The people that should be fighting back, and pushing back, all of us dey obodo. Most of us, you understand? But then again, we can people back home fit still do something. You don't have to put your body on the line. There's so many ways. Why you dey go the work when they pay you patapata, they pay you 5 million? How much be 5 million? By the time you, let's say you dey travel, by the time they pay you 5 million, you use 3.5 buy ticket. Maybe you be family of 4, una wan travel. How the money wan take reach you? On top of that one, you wan pay school fees. School fees don increase now. You buy uniform, you buy clothes, you buy food, you take care of your people. Hey, look, wake up. It's no joke anymore. Wake up and start to shout. Be running around, be shouting. Let everybody that can hear you hear your voice. We are taking back that country. That country is not for the gangsters that are holding it right now. It's not for them. It's for you and I. Now we go drive them out of that place. Nobody else. So please use your social media effectively. You don't have to have millions of followers to make an impact. You can have one follower and make major impact. Okay? Do the right thing. Do what you know is right. Like say I dey here now, na this thing we dey do another thing, we dey talk about man or woman and all, the whole place go don full, but that's not what I'm doing here. Na make our country good, because if our country good, we no go dey get time dey talk man or woman matter. We go dey talk business ideas, we go dey talk how we wan take improve, how we wan take go. People never visit the sun, we go dey say we get the skin to, I'm just joking o, nobody should visit the sun, but basically you guys know what I'm doing. There's so many things that we ought to be doing that we're not doing, because we're so caught up in trying to get off the ground. We still dey ground. Matter of fact, we no dey ground again, we don enter deep deep down. It's too much. We gotta do something, my people. I beg. Eh? Thank you very much, Mazi. I appreciate. Thank you for the compliment. I'm blushing. Romari, what did Kene do to you? Please, oh, don't throw Kene, my village brother, inside the ocean. Oh, I beg. I beg. Leave Kene alone. Kene na my village brother. And I care about my brother. Biko, not throw am inside ocean. Kene, what did you do to Romari? Romari is not usually this violent. You can't bring up violent side of Romari. Romari say he wan check something. Please don't let Romari check something. Oh my god. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for liking also. I noticed so now like the video well. Thank you. I appreciate. Hey, you turn to fish, Kene Abi. You turn to fish. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being with me tonight. I appreciate it. We'll see how things unravel tomorrow. So if there's a need for me to come out here, I will. You best believe that. But if not, I'll see you guys on my next one. Thank you so much. Kene, my village brother, thank you. Keep being you. I really appreciate you, Kene. Really, really do. Thank you so much for all your support. I really do appreciate you. Romari, thank you. Your own government, they for Akwa Ibom, they declare happy hour. Is that guy high or something? When I saw that video, I'm like, for real, happy hour for people that don't have jobs, don't have money. You are doing happy hour. I don't understand. Hey, God, I beg. Only in Nigeria. Eh? Ah, God, I beg you. Hey. Hmm. Joe Igbokwe has agreed that our principal is a great one as he scrambled. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. You know what I said? On Twitter, I tweeted, I'm like, hey, now they rush my president. Now they break. See him now. Look at the wedding they went for. He and his wife. He and his beautiful, gorgeous wife, Margaret. See as they see love. You can't buy it. That's the kind of love you cannot buy it. Look at the organic love. Look at the come lesson that they able they marry. Hey God. Hey, please, my people, be good in this life. Oh, bad no pay. I'm telling you, just be good. Just be good, man. Do good. Eh? Yeah, I saw that video. Look at them rushing. I say, yeah, now they rush my president now. Easy. Show me your president. Show me. Ah, no. Mm-mm. Oh, Lisa, hey, yeah, you came late. Oh, hey, yeah, I know you have to get some sleep. You don't come. Oh. I say don't come. Oh. No wahala, I understand. If you watch am on replay, Uno Eno, happy hour. Uno Eno, happy hour governor. I don't understand. Why is that man? The person no fit go collect mic from him hand. If people get work, is there job for people? How you go dey talk about happy hour when people are starving, no jobs, you haven't paid salaries? Like only in Nigeria. I mean, so many things need to change. It's almost like we're just starting afresh. For the first time, this is the time we're about to get our real freedom. That's what it feels like, to be honest. You want your 100 naira beef for happy hour. Kene 100 naira. When you want to see beef buy for 100 naira? 100 naira beer. When you want to see beer buy for 100 naira? Abi you don't know wetin time be. 100 naira for beer. For this one wey be say na $1 to 1,000, over 1,000. Ah, I don't know. Better wake up. 100 naira beer ke. Hey, no jobs, no money, nothing. Wetin people wan use exactly, Romari? I come dey wonder, what dis kind of nonsense vision is dis, for goodness sake? He's a pastor. Can you imagine? Una dey hear pastor, una dey hear una pastor. If I start now, people go rush come. Touch not my anointed people, they go rush come. They no dey like to hear anything. Whether una like am or not, una go hear. Anybody wey come for me, I come for you. I have that energy too. When I want to switch it on, I can. Since una no wan hear word, una must hear word by force. All this religion na im make people deaf and dumb. Dem no see wetin suppose dey happen. Na wetin suppose to dey happen for Nigeria be that. Hey, Oriyomi, welcome. Oh, good morning. Long time. How are you? Good to have you. Hey, you are coming when I'm about to round up the show. Welcome. So good to have you. Thank you for coming. I know you never miss any of my videos. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the support. That's the happy hour. That's the happy hour now. You will make beer cheap for some hours of the day in some beer palace. Okay, you really be local. Oh God, I beg you. You are local. You are village. Village. But I be fellow village sister, so I understand. Don't mind Nigerians. They love their criminals differently. I know, right? Nigeria matter. No, we continue to fight. Don't be quiet, oh my people. Do not be silent. Don't let any. We are all we've got. Now we be the people when they shake the whole establishment right now. If you're an obedient, you're well-meaning Nigeria. You don't see any agbado before when I dey do live agbado people go sneak come my life, come dey comment rubbish. You don't see any of them since they don't quiet like ice water. Since they discover say their papa na forger. Most of them not be criminals too, but they not fit talk again because they go receive woto. Anyone wey by mistake stray come my life, he enter lions den. Na be that. Hey God abeg, look at what you are supporting, that you have been clapping for. Look at it now. Shebi we are seeing it. What a shame. What a shame. Oh, common sense sisters. They are very well. Oh, they just don't have a time anymore as much, you know. So they don't have a time anymore like they used to. You know, there are other things that they're working on, but they're doing great. I'm in touch with them. They're doing very well. Yeah. Yeah, they don't have a time right now, but I'm sure they're going to come back at some point, but not right now. But they're doing very well. I'm in touch with them. They're doing very well. But thank you for asking. That's very thoughtful. Thank you. Exactly, Oriyomi. My criminal is a saint. He's more saint than yours. I'm telling you. It's sad. Do you guys hear about that Ishese man in Ilorin that they forced to come to accept Fulani as dominance in Ilorin? I'm sure you guys read that story. That story is very disturbing and painful. In case you don't know, your lands are being taken over. The question is, are you going to wait for the Supreme Court to come and rule rubbish? Because what they're trying to do is get an Igbo person, I think from Calabar or something, from the south. So they want to remove this guy, which is the corner, because they see the pressure, they see. They remove Ariwola, make it no be like say na Ariwola give the verdict. Now they put south person. I'm telling people, I'm not waiting for the Supreme Court because I already know what the Supreme Court. They're just going to read the judgment, 2.0 judgment of what the tribunal read. So I'm not even expecting it. My own is I'm looking at what Nigerians are going to do. That's what I care about. I'm looking at Nigerians. I am protesting right here because I am in disagreement with what's happening. I know they're not going to rule in favor of Peter Obi. I know that one. Take that to the bank. But we will watch the system crumble. But I want to know what Nigerians will do because we cannot fold our hands. These people are ready to rip that society apart. You see them positioning all their criminals in strategic positions to milk that country dry. That's not what you want, my people. Saudi Arabia has already called all Muslim countries with regards to Israel issue. I saw that. So my question is Nigeria a Muslim nation? Abi when it became one, I no dey, I no understand. Please, somebody should help me ask. Thank you for reminding me, Sid. I meant to ask that question. So, Ngbo, is it true that is Nigeria a Muslim nation? Abemo na help me answer. I wan know. I saw that e include Nigeria. I thought say maybe my eye dey deceive me. I look am again. Lóòótọ́ o, the man included Nigeria inside the matter. I heard Rufai Hosseini's the purchase SUVs. In fact, that guy is the only journalist. Yeah, he is, but he's also still part of the establishment, unfortunately. You see all these establishment people, you have one sore thumb sticking out, always speaking the truth like that, and nothing's happening to them. I'm beginning to suspect everything, my dear. Honestly, I know he's speaking the truth and I'm rooting for him and all, but he should leave. For me to really like support him, he should actually leave Arise News. There's no need for him to be there. He's always sticking out like a sour thumb. He should just leave. Until he leaves, I'm going to have my doubts. Yes, he speaks the truth, but I've been thinking about it a lot lately. Like, you can't be that truthful and be in an establishment that's always wanting you to compromise. I am sorry. It just will not go well with who you are. You won't be able to stick it out. If I were him, I would leave. I don't know what the circumstances are in Nigeria. Maybe I'm being too hard on him, but it's something I've been thinking about a lot lately, to be honest. Oh, the impact of Muslim ticket is what caused that. Ehen. Religious Nigerians no be say dem be baba for religiosity. Una hear na the result of Muslim ticket o na dem add una to make all the Arabian countries start for Palestine. Okay now, una never fight for house when una go stay, una no get food to chop, una go dey find another man country fight, brother and sister for that matter. By practice, who is practicing it? Me, I'm not Muslim. I know it's half and half, but me, I'm not Muslim. So where is that coming from? How it be Muslim nation? By practice. Because there are a lot of us that are not Muslims. So how? There are people, a lot of us that are not Christians. So how is it a Muslim nation? When did it become that? I agree. I think I'm inclined to go with what Sid said. It's as a result of that Muslim ticket because they made it public. So it signaled to the Arab nations that yes, we have another nation in our pocket. That's what it signaled. Oh yeah, sure, Olisa, absolutely. Oh yeah, I will certainly do that. I will certainly do that. Thank you very much, Olisa. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, he did? IBB register am as Muslim nation. Lobaton. Some of us are just coming to the reality of this. So, yeah. Wow. That is why some states operate Sharia in the north. And that one I've known for a long time. Okay. Yeah, exactly. He's also, I think he owns VOP. I think he started VOP now, Voice of the People. I think he belongs to Rufai. He can just stick with that. I don't know what he's doing in Arise. He should leave Arise News. You know, establishment thing wey no go let your glory shine, wey no go let your light shine. Wetin you dey do for there? I don't know sha. Maybe the pay, maybe because I make I not too hard on am. Sometimes money, this one be say ticket money na 3.5. Hmm. About that, shebi when we were shouting about the purported 10-year Muslim, people said it's conspiracy theory. Bam, Olisa, exactly. In every conspiracy theory, there's always traces of truth. Thank you, my brother. Eh, so na here we dey, but my own be say we need to make some noise. We need to make a lot of noise. We cannot be quiet. This is the only time we have to get that country back. Make noise wherever you are. Make noise. You dey inside hole, dey make noise. You dey on top of house, dey make noise. Nigeria must be set free. Abeg you, use your social media platform. You have one follower, two follower, no follower, make people follow you because of your post. Abeg. So on that note, guys, I say let me say a good night here. It's a perfect time to say good night. You go enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone that was able to join tonight. Thank you very much, Mazi. I really, really appreciate you. You make me happy today. Well. Thank you. Kene, my village brother. Thank you. Oriyomi, great to see you. Long time. Thank you for coming by. Olisa, thank you. Good night to Queen T. I appreciate you for stopping by. Thank you so much. Romari, my darling, thank you. Seed, thank you so much. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate you. Raheem, thank you very much. Oh, highly favored. Everyone that was able to make it tonight, thank you. Neka, my darling, Chigo, don't go sleep. I appreciate you all. I'll see you guys on my next one. All right. Bye.